Have you been feeling down lately? If your answer is yes, well, don't panic. It's all part of the process. You might be surprised, but what you're feeling may be an essential part of the process of your spiritual awakening. There are many signs that show up during the dark side of your spiritual awakening. Keep watching to find out what they are. Loneliness often creeps in during spiritual awakening, like a silent visitor in the night. During this time, we may find ourselves questioning our connections with others, wondering if anyone truly understands. It's like being in a crowded room, but feeling invisible to everyone else. This sense of isolation can feel overwhelming, like a heavy weight on the heart. It's like reaching out in the darkness, hoping to find a hand to hold on to. Loneliness during spiritual awakening is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of growth. It's like shedding old layers of ourselves to make room for new growth. Embracing solitude can be an opportunity for self-discovery, a chance to deepen our connection with ourselves. It's like taking a journey inward, exploring the depths of our own soul. Finding solace in solitude can be empowering, like finding strength in the quiet moments. It's like realizing that we are enough, just as we are. And as we navigate through the loneliness, we begin to realize that we are never truly alone. It's like discovering that the stars are always shining, even on the darkest nights. Hopelessness can seep into our minds during spiritual awakening, casting a shadow over our thoughts. It's a feeling of being trapped in the darkness, with no clear way out. This emotion can stem from realizing that the old ways of thinking and living no longer serve us. It's like trying to fit into clothes that no longer fit, feeling uncomfortable and constrained. During this time, despair may cloud our vision, obscuring any glimmer of hope on the horizon. It's like being lost in a maze with no map to guide us. We may feel powerless, like passengers on a ship, caught in a storm with no captain to steer us to safety. Hopelessness during spiritual awakening is a natural part of the process, a signal that change is on the horizon. It's like the darkness before the dawn, signaling that a new day is about to break. Embracing this feeling allows us to let go of what no longer serves us, making room for new possibilities to emerge. Remember that this too shall pass. It's like weathering a storm, knowing that the sun will eventually shine again. Seeking support from others who have walked a similar path can provide comfort and guidance. Depression often emerges as a common part of the journey during spiritual awakening. It's like a dark cloud that settles in the mind, making everything feel heavy and difficult. This feeling can come from facing the shadows within ourselves, the parts we don't always want to see. It's like looking in a mirror and seeing things we wish weren't there. During this time, sadness may weigh heavily on the heart, and hope can feel distant. It's like walking through a fog where the path ahead is unclear. Feeling disconnected from others is common too. It's like standing in a crowded room, but feeling utterly alone. It's maybe hard to find joy in the things we used to enjoy. It's like the color has faded from the world, leaving everything gray. It's important to remember that depression during spiritual awakening is a phase, not a destination. It's like a storm passing through, bringing turmoil, but also cleansing the air. Acknowledging these feelings is the first step toward healing. It's like shining a light into the darkness, revealing that we are not alone in this journey. Seeking support from others who understand can help lift the weight of depression. If you've ever felt like you're losing your identity, don't worry too much. This is a very common sign during a spiritual awakening. It's as if the familiar aspects of yourself are slipping away, leaving you feeling untethered and uncertain. This experience can be disorienting as you grapple with questions about who you are and what defines you. Feeling like you're losing your identity is like standing at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. The beliefs, values, and roles that once shaped your sense of self may no longer hold the same significance. It's like shedding layers of an old skin, revealing a raw vulnerability beneath. This sense of loss can be unsettling, triggering fear and resistance. It's natural to cling to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us. Yet, embracing this process of dissolution can be a powerful catalyst for growth and transformation. As you navigate through the experience of feeling like you're losing your identity, remember that your essence remains unchanged. It's like peeling away layers of an onion to reveal the core that remains intact. Your true self is not defined by external labels or roles, but by the essence of your being. During a spiritual awakening, a profound sense of feeling unconnected to the world may arise. It's as if we're viewing the world through a foggy lens, unable to fully engage with our surroundings. This disconnection can feel isolating, like being on the outside looking in. Imagine this. You're standing in a crowded room, but feeling invisible to everyone around you. Despite being surrounded by people and activity, there's a distinct sense of being separate, as if you're observing life from a distance. This sensation of disconnection can lead to feelings of loneliness and alienation. It's like being stranded on an island, unable to find our way back to the mainland. We may long for a sense of belonging, for connection with others and the world at large. However, embracing this feeling of unconnection can be a transformative experience. It's like peeling back layers of illusion to reveal the underlying truth of our interconnectedness with all of existence. By surrendering to the feeling of separation, we open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of our place in the world. Amidst a spiritual awakening, it's common to experience a sense of being in a state of chaos. This feeling can be overwhelming, like being caught in a storm with no shelter in sight. It's as if the ground beneath your feet is constantly shifting, leaving you feeling unsteady and unsure. Feeling like you're in a state of chaos is like trying to navigate through a dense forest without a map. Every direction seems uncertain, and there's a pervasive sense of disorientation. It's as if the very fabric of your reality is unraveling, leaving you feeling lost and adrift. In the midst of chaos, it's natural to feel a sense of fear and resistance. It's human nature to seek stability and control, especially in times of uncertainty. Yet, embracing the chaos can be a powerful catalyst for growth and transformation. As you navigate through the turbulence of chaos, remember that it is often the precursor to profound change. It's like the turbulence of a river before it cascades over a waterfall, transforming into something new and vibrant. Embrace the opportunity to release old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you. One may experience a sensation akin to feeling like a ghost. It's as if we're moving through the world unnoticed, our presence barely registering in the minds of others. This feeling of invisibility can be disconcerting, leaving us questioning our significance in the world. Feeling like a ghost is like walking through a crowded street, but feeling as if we're passing through unnoticed. Despite our physical presence, there's a sense of detachment from the world around us, as if we're merely observers rather than active participants. This sense of detachment can lead to feelings of emptiness and isolation. It's like wandering through a world devoid of meaning, searching for a sense of connection and purpose. We may yearn to be seen and acknowledged, to feel a sense of belonging in the world. Feeling lost is a common experience on the journey of spiritual awakening, akin to wandering through a dense fog with no clear direction. It's a state of uncertainty, as if the ground beneath our feet has shifted and we're left unsure of where to step next. During this phase, we may grapple with a sense of confusion and disorientation, unsure of who we are or where we belong. It's like being in a labyrinth, where every turn leads to more uncertainty. The feeling of being lost can be unsettling, like a ship without a compass adrift in a vast ocean. We may search for familiar landmarks, but find only unfamiliar terrain stretching out before us. It's like trying to find our way home in a foreign land, where everything looks strange and unfamiliar. It's easy to succumb to despair, like a traveler who has lost their way and fears they may never find their way back. We may question whether we'll ever find our true path, or if we're destined to wander aimlessly forever. It's like standing at a crossroads with no signs to guide us, unsure of which path to take. Yet feeling lost is not a sign of failure, but rather a natural part of the journey of self-discovery. It's like a seed buried deep in the earth, waiting for the right conditions to sprout and grow. Embracing our sense of lostness can be an opportunity for exploration, a chance to venture into uncharted territory and discover new aspects of ourselves. Though chaos may feel overwhelming, it also holds the potential for renewal and rebirth. It's like the fertile soil from which new life emerges after a forest fire. Trust in the natural rhythm of life and allow yourself to surrender to the flow of change. When spiritual awakening occurs, it's not uncommon to feel a growing sense of disconnection from those around us. This disconnection can feel like a gap, widening between ourselves and the people we once felt close to. It's as if we're standing on opposite sides of a chasm, unable to bridge the distance. This feeling of disconnection can manifest in various ways. We might find it challenging to relate to others or engage in meaningful conversations. It's like speaking different languages, unable to understand each other's words. We may also withdraw from social situations, preferring solitude over the company of others. It's like retreating into our own bubble, seeking refuge from the noise of the outside world. As we confront this disconnection, we may question the authenticity of our relationships. It's like peeling back layers to reveal what lies beneath the surface. Some connections may fade away naturally, while others may require intentional effort to maintain. It's a process of discernment, determining which relationships align with our evolving selves. Despite the discomfort of disconnection, it can also be a catalyst for growth. It's like pruning away dead branches to allow new growth to flourish. By releasing attachments to old patterns of relating, we create space for deeper, more authentic connections to emerge. It's a journey of self-discovery. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.